Hello friends and greetings for the day. Welcome back to the tutorial on ISTQB Advanced Agile Technical Tester. We are getting started with the next chapter here, that is chapter 3, which is going to talk about test automation. We will be having two topics to understand as a part of this chapter. One is 3.1 test automation techniques and 3.2 level of automation. So there are different things which we'll be talking about. And as a part of the first segment, that is test automation techniques, we have three topics here to cover. And in this tutorial, we are talking about 3.1.1 data-driven testing. So, of course, from the foundation certification or including the Agile Foundation certification, that is Agile Tester Extension, we already have understood a bit more about automation frameworks. We understood about a lot of automation tools, the introduction in terms of introducing a tool to the organization, and at the same time, what are the risks involved, including the benefits of using a tool within an environment. And it's very crucial for any senior resource of the organization to take necessary decisions and understand what tool will be most relevant at any point of time to support the activities of a tester. So the very first thing is in terms of understanding what motivation do we get with respect to data-driven testing. Please do not go to the psychological aspect of the motivation. Here we are talking about in terms of how it can be best utilized within the organization. So of course, yes, data-driven testing is all about minimizing your efforts towards repetition of the testing. Of course, when it comes to driving a test with different set of data, of course, data-driven testing is a framework which will be helpful to you at that point of time. So in a very simple example, say for example, you want to repeat a single set of instruction, but you have multiple set of data to repeat the same activity, then instead of copying and pasting the same code 100 times with hard-coded values, you can use or utilize the data-driven framework, where this data-driven framework will help you to write the instruction only one time, once for all, and instead of using hard-coded value, you generally declare a parameter which will be connected to a data source, and it will automatically fetch the information or data row by row in the iterations and go ahead with the execution for several iterations till the data is exhausted. So that minimizes your effort to a lot of extent, to minimize your estimation as well as the effort required to do such tedious task in terms of repetition. Of course, the concept when you talk about it does involve additional activities, or say for example you talk about preparing your data, it must be necessary that you understand how the data must be managed, what kind of tool are you using, what kind of framework are you utilizing as a part of it. Then it is really important to recognize that how your data must be managed so that your tool or the framework can read them, including the test procedure. Instead of names of the test data, variable which references to the test data must be unique. At the same time, when you talk about calling a particular parameter, make sure that the naming convention is followed, and at the same time it must be avoiding any kind of spelling mistakes, because that creates a list of issues to read the data from an external source. Additionally, what we are talking about in this particular series of tutorial at advanced level is what kind of benefits Agile team can expect by making use of data-driven testing. Of course, Agile team can quickly adjust to products changing or increasing functionality from iteration to iteration, since changing new data combination is simple, as little or no impact on existing automation. So you do understand that from the concept of the data-driven testing, that it will help you to reduce a lot of effort. Agile team can easily scale the necessary test coverage up or down by adding, changing, or removing entries from the test data table. This also helps Agile team to control test execution times to meet continuous deployment constraints. So yes, it is always customizable. If you wish to remove any set of data, probably you can define the iterators accordingly, and you can skip if you want to skip any test from there and then move to another one. The technique supports the philosophy of working cross-functionally, and because test data tables are easier to understand than test script, and therefore enable more effective participation from the less technical team members as well. So yes, if in case you have built it once for all, then you can always recall it and use it, and it is also supporting cross functionality and helps data to be read easily. As test data tables are more easily understood, this technique supports early feedback on test cases and acceptance criteria from less or non-technical team members as well, and customer or users as well. So yes, of course, when you talk about preparing the data in a very simple and tabular form, it becomes quite simple and easy for anyone to understand that what kind of data we will be using and which row or which iteration will make use of what type of data. So you will be very much sure with that. This technique also helps Agile team to complete test automation tasks more efficiently, because not only does it lower the effort to develop new tests, it also reduces the maintenance of the existing data-driven test. So as I mentioned earlier, that it's not really required to recreate a test if you want to add more test data or probably remove some test data. It's just that you can include the iterators accordingly or change the row number, probably to skip the number of rows which you do not want to execute, or probably if in case you included additional number of rows, then it's just the iterator count which need to be varied. Further to this, of course, we are looking at the limitation to the Agile teams as well. As you see, as per the syllabus, they say that while there are no specific limitation to using this technique in the Agile context, Agile teams should be aware of the general limitation of using this approach. So team, the reason why we are saying this is because it's a very simple framework and very simple approach to iterate any activity with different set of data. So probably this is an advantage for any team to utilize this as a part of their testing, and generally do not have any kind of specific limitations associated with the data-driven testing concept. But yes, at the same time, the other limitations which could be in terms of like how do you have your data, or how do you manage your test, what kind of tool are you using, what kind of resource does it need to interact with the test data. So those typical limitations can be considered as a part of the risk factor. Additionally, the tools, what can be helpful during the data-driven testing is editing, storing, and managing the test data is usually done by utilizing spreadsheets or text files. So yes, we generally have, these are common resource, no matter what tool are you using. But yes, spreadsheet or text files, that is a simple notepad file, can help you to import data during the execution. And at the same time, most test automation tools or language offer built-in commands to read test data from spreadsheets or test files. So you don't really have to worry about creating something of your own. Probably everything is found under the test automation tool itself to create the data-driven testing. So no matter if you're working with Selenium, you are working with UFT or any such functional testing tools which supports data-driven testing, then you would find those simple keywords which are inbuilt as a part of it. So you just have to use them and iterate the test for several iterations. So that's all from this particular tutorial, team. Should you have anything else, feel free to comment below. I'll be there to address your queries and answer them well. And yes, of course, I'm there. We'll be getting back with another tutorial on the same. Till then, keep learning, keep exploring, and keep understanding the context. Thanks for watching the video, team, and happy learning.